Hi. So I think today is Tuesday, Mars Day, and it's a good day. Today I went to I got up in the morning and I went to the temple and normal chores. I took a shower and uh, had my tea and breakfast. Um, so there's this like the Delhi has a very old history. It was captured by the Iranian or the Persians, and they fought. There were a lot of kingdoms that came, and of course from Afghanistan and other areas as well, mostly from the west. And then before that, it was um, you know a Hindu area, Hindu kingdom. And if you go back to the Pandavas, it was called Indraprastha, or a place which became a capital after Krishna burnt off all the forest in the Aravallis or the western side. And then after the forest was burned down, it was of course inhabited by the Pandavas, and they built their kingdom here. And before that, of course, there's more history. You can even look into the British history. The British established the New Delhi area there, making it into a capital for themselves. Um, and so the whole point of the capital is that it was never. And then, of course, when the partition happened, people moved from uh, Pakistan, and they came to India, and then uh, they spent time. And I'll share one thing that there's this. I was a college student in U.S. and I was studying, and I I never understood the meaning of Indra, and for me it was like, okay, the head of the heavens. He takes care of the heavens, or he's the king of the heavens, not something special, but just the king of the heavens, and has his own whatever. He does a lot of bad things as well. He has bad name for cheating in people and doing all kinds of things. So um, what happened is that someone asked my guru. He said that ये देवा भी ऐसे करते हैं, or the devas also do these bad things, and the asuras also do this. What is the difference? And he said, for a siddha there is no difference. They're the same. Rakshas are the same, and the devas are also the same. Because the siddha doesn't want anything. He just is there, and of course he has his value. Like, he adds value to people, he adds value to the divinity, he adds value to um, other things. But as such, he doesn't want anything for himself. He only cares about where he is, what he does. So like that, he said, "What is?" Someone asked him, "What is Indra?" And he said, like there's a number, like there's a 500 number, or 5,000 number, or 1,000 number, or 50,000 people, or he narrowed it down to a certain number of people, and if a certain number of collective consciousness thinks alike, it becomes a Indra, or a collective consciousness. So in the collective consciousness, of course, in the collective they think alike, or there's union. In the union also there must be a king. So that in my opinion would be the Indra out of all the 50,000, 1 lakh, whatever people, 100,000 people that are in a union, watching something. Like if you go to a football game, 60,000 people or 1 lakh or 100,000 people come and watch the game. Everyone is focused on the ball. Everyone is focused on the team. Everyone is rooting for the winning team. So that becomes a collective consciousness of that. That's why we have a lot of these football games that are popular. Like, World Cup is so popular. Like everyone, or soccer World Cup is so popular that people watch it from all over the world at odd times just to be with the 11 players that are playing. So like that, if the satsangs are like collective consciousness, where you collectively agree, okay, fine, there are 100,000 people that are going to watch the game or watch a satsang, and they're going to listen to someone talk, and he as a siddha is gonna not influence, but he as a siddha is gonna correct any problems or guide this collective consciousness. So that is the guru, that Sri Ravi Shankar, who does it in that respect. Even other gurus do it. Like they have a satsang and they invite people, and the people do it in their own, their big ashrams around India. So that is like a collective consciousness. They're guiding it as a siddha, and then the collective consciousness is taking the shape of what they guide it towards, what it should be. So out of that, of course, if there are 1,00,000 people, there must be some hierarchy, or there must be some difference between them, or some winner about from them. So that winner becomes the queen, or the king, or the Indra, or the head of the collective consciousness. So in that head of the collective consciousness, if they are taking wrong decisions, then how do you fix it? Because that will affect the rest of the collective consciousness. You know? So if you make a mistake, if you become a king and you make a mistake, what happens? That's why countries like Japan, if the king makes a mistake, a slight mistake, he's asked to step down. If a society like America, where a president made a mistake, he didn't step down or not is not my topic of discussion right now, but I know if there's someone who made a mistake and they did not step down, then it reflects on the collective consciousness. They also do the same thing. Similarly, if society is so sensitive that if the king makes a mistake, he has to step down. So that is why in India they will say Ram Raj is the king made a mistake, he steps down, or he had to sacrifice his wife to make sure that dharma stays. He didn't make a mistake. He left his love for keeping the dharma alive. He left Sita to keep the dharma alive. Yeah.